name is Lucy and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. And hello to my new camera. I'm so excited. So you would have seen a video with this camera already now because I'm going to be putting up a sit down video before this vlog. But yes, I'm just so excited. So I'm hoping that this new camera will improve my quality a lot. And I'm just really excited and really thankful for it, and I'm so excited to just be using it. And yes, so all my vlogs and videos will now be filmed using this camera, and the quality should be much improved. If there are any kind of issues, please stick with me and I will sort it out as I go, but I'm hoping that the settings are right and it's all good. So yes, hello, and I hope you are all doing well. In this vlog, I am planning to read The Bone Season, possibly some manga, and just do some French, you know, the usual stuff that I do. And if you've missed any of my previous vlogs, I will link the playlist down below, and I will speak about all of my plans for the week and for Monday in the next clip. Happy Monday, everyone. So this is very exciting, filming with my new camera for vlogs. So I wanted to do a little update and then talk about my plans for the week. So in my last vlog, I was reading Fire by Kristen Cashore. I will link my last vlog down below, but I listened to some more of the audiobook yesterday and I decided to DNF the book. So this is the second book in the Gracelyn Realm series, and I read the first book, Gracelyn, in another vlog, which I will also link down below, and I absolutely loved it and I gave it 5 stars. So Fire is the sequel, but it follows a different character, but one of the characters from Gracelyn shows up in Fire. So I was expecting to really love this book, but unfortunately I didn't. It follows a main character who is half monster, half human, and I just didn't feel attached to any of the characters. The initial love interest and just the world was like really small compared to Gracelyn, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I didn't feel interested, I didn't feel engaged, or I just didn't want to read it. And I did look up some information about the book, and looking at the summary of the book, like, I'm glad that I didn't read it because it's just not for me. And it feels like it's been written by a completely different person, because Gracelyn was really great, and then this one felt more adult and dark and gritty. There are trigger warnings here for rape and self-harm. Check out reviews if you want to know if there's any other ones, because I'm not sure. And the characters just didn't feel very likeable, and I didn't really like the story or what happened when I read about it. So yes, I ended up DNFing this. So I needed to find a new audiobook for the week, and I was having a look at my shelves because I do want to read some more of the books that are on my physical TBR, and I've decided to listen to the audiobook for The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. So this has been on my radar for a while, I just haven't picked it up. And I don't really know too much about this book, except I think it's based in Oxford, and it follows someone who can go into people's dreams, and there's like a secret society maybe. So I'm really excited to check this out. I listened to a preview of the audiobook, which I will link down below, and it did seem quite good. So I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook for this week. And alongside that, I have some other reading plans. So I think I'm going to read some manga alongside this audiobook. So there are quite a few that I do want to read, but here's a few that I have physical copies of. And then I will also be reading some ebook copies as well, I think. So I have Blue Exorcist Volume 3. So in this series, we follow this character who is the son of the devil, I think, and he has these powers, but he doesn't want to be evil, so he goes to this kind of exorcist academy with other people and they try to fight demons. I think that's what happened. It's been so long since I last read this. So this is one of the characters in the story, so I'm going to read this and hopefully remember what happened. Then I have Devils and Realists Volume 2, and this follows a character who was at a university and his uncle died, and the uncle was the one who paid for all his school fees. So now he has to find a way to pay for his fees. And he finds out that he has been chosen to choose the next, I think the next king of hell or something. And all these demons have turned up and they're trying to get him to support them. I did really like the first book, so I will be maybe checking this out this week as well. And the other one is All You Need Is Kill, and this is 2 volumes, a complete manga. It's based on a book, and there was a film that was made based on this, and it follows a character who is a soldier, and one day he dies, and then he wakes up and he relives the same day over and over again, so you need to find out why. And I do quite like the idea of that, so I do want to check this one out. I've had this one on my shelves for ages, so hopefully I may get to this week. But there are a few other mangas I want to check out as well. I have quite a list, so I will see and I will let you know. So those are the main reading plans for this week, but it may change. This is tentative TBR because there are so many books that I want to read, so this may end up changing, but at the moment this is what I might read. So we're going to see. But alongside this, I'm also going to be doing some French like usual, and I may play something. But my main goal this week is to just have some chilled reading and to keep up with my French. And I think that's everything for now, so I will update you later with any progress. Hello, so reading update. I've been listening to the audiobook for the Bone season, and I'm not too far into it. But I'm really not enjoying it. I do not feel engaged or interested at all. I just feel like I don't care. So we have the main character who works in like this criminal underworld, and she uses clairvoyance to find out information, I think. And then she kills people sometimes, and everyone is after these clairvoyants. And I just feel like I don't care. It feels like, you know, the typical old YA teen novel, and it's like got like a sci-fi twist. It feels a bit like The Matrix, but I'm just not loving it. I'm not interested at all. I don't care. So I'm going to listen to a little bit more of it, but I may end up DNFing it. I'm also speaking to people on Twitter about it, people who didn't enjoy the book. So I know I'm not alone, because I've heard this book hyped up and I just thought that it was meant to be, you know, a really good book, but perhaps not. Perhaps the hype was wrong, as it usually is for me. So I may DNF this, and then I need to decide what else I'm going to read instead. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer and then decide, but I'm very much leaning towards DNFing it. It's Tuesday, so I have a bit of a reading update. I ended up DNFing The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I read a bit of it and I just wasn't feeling interested at all, didn't feel attached to the characters, didn't love the writing, and even reading the synopsises for this book and the other books in the series, it just doesn't feel like something that's for me. I'm not really interested in it anymore, so unfortunately I decided to DNF this one. But then I decided to pick up another book that's on my shelf, and it's actually by the same author, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree. So this is a bit different. Whereas The Bone Season, I thought it was a fantasy, but it feels more like a sci-fi dystopian. But The Priory of the Orange Tree is a fantasy, and it is massive. But the audiobook is actually just under 13 hours long, so it's not actually too bad, seeing as a lot of the books I've been listening to are either about 6 hours on double speed or 12 hours on double speed. So it's just under 13 hours on double speed, so that's all right. So I have started listening to this, and I'm not too far into it yet. Already it feels reminiscent of like Greek myths and Odysseus. That's the kind of feels that I'm getting from it. And I don't really know too much about this, except for it has dragons, a female romance, and some different lands, I think, and that's it. So I will update you as I go. But yes, I've started this one, and so far I'm enjoying it. The writing style seems very different, so I'm going to see how I go with this one, and I will update you later, but I'm not too far into it at the moment. The only other plan I have is I'm going to do some French, and I'm going to watch some stuff. I need to catch up on some book videos, and just watching stuff and chilling. And this book is really beautiful. I think it's my favourite cover. It's stunning, and I love this so much. So I really hope that I enjoy this book, because I really want to keep it on my shelves, because I just love this cover, and I always have it facing out so that you can see it, because I just love it. It's really pretty. So yes, I'm going to watch some stuff now, and then I think I'll listen to some of the audiobook. In terms of French, I am just learning verbs and revising. Let me know if you would like to see more recent reads videos, or if you would just prefer to see weekly vlogs, because that's totally okay. I like making vlogs, so just let me know what you would like to see. Let me know in the comments what you're reading this week or what you're up to, because I always find that really interesting. And I will check in later. And time for dinner. I have barbecue chicken thighs with rice with peppers and mushrooms. Reading update. So far this book feels like a mix between like Game of Thrones and a period drama, like something set maybe like in Victorian times. So we have some different characters. It mainly seems to be following one main character's perspective. And in this book at the moment, there is a queen in like part of the country and people want to marry her, but she keeps saying no. And someone found this stranger and they're hiding him and they're not meant to. And there are dragons. We've heard about the blue dragon emblem, so that's already come in. And there's something about a priory, but don't know too much about that at the moment. And yeah, there's just lots of different characters, but nothing big is happening at the moment. It's very small in scale, so I imagine it's going to get bigger as the book goes on. And we're mainly following the perspective of this maid, and she is kind of behind the scenes with everything in the palace. So I'm not really sure how to describe this book. At the moment, it's very like you need to focus a lot because there's so much information. There's so many different characters and places being mentioned throughout. And it's not just like a description and speech. There's a lot of information in every sentence, it feels. So I'm having to really focus on the audiobook, whereas usually I would do other things at the same time. So I'm hoping that it will be less info dumpy soon and that more action will happen. So I will update you in a bit, but these are my thoughts so far. I think I'm almost at 50 pages in the book, so yes. Okay, mild spoiler, so skip ahead like 30 seconds if you don't want to know anything about the book. But so there are dragons and birds in this book, and they can talk. Yes, you heard that right. Dragons and birds can speak. And I was a bit surprised by the dragons speaking, but I thought, okay, that's cool. But then the birds can talk. This person was having a conversation with someone, and then it turned out to be with a bird. So very strange, but also kind of cool. But yes, have to get used to that in the story. Hello, happy Wednesday everyone, and happy halfway through the week. So I wanted to do a little update. So I'm on about page 78 of The Priory of the Orange Tree now, which I read yesterday. And that's out of about 800 pages. So I made really good progress yesterday. I'm really happy with that. So today I'm going to listen to a bit more of the audiobook and do some French. And I think I may play a game. So I've been kind of feeling like playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. So this is the remake of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue. And I played a bit of the blue one and really enjoyed it. So I still need to complete this. But this is a really fun game. And if you like Pokemon, I would really recommend the Mystery Dungeon games because they are amazing. So I think I'm going to play this one. But whilst I'm here, I was thinking that I might do a little kind of Nintendo gaming collection, kind of. So I have the games that I want to complete or replay on a separate shelf. And I thought I would just talk about some of them. So I thought I would start with Nintendo Switch games. So I obviously have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And this game is actually borrowed from someone. So it's not actually in my collection. But for now it is. And these are all of my Switch games. So I have Pokemon Sword, which I completed. The World Ends With You Final Remix, which I need to complete. I played it on DS and really enjoyed it. And this has some extra content. So I need to complete this. Then I have Fire Emblem Warriors, which is like a fighting game with all of the different characters from different Fire Emblem games. And it's really fun. And I want to restart that because I haven't played it for a while. So yes. Then we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is a classic Switch game. And I never actually completed it because I got stuck on it. So I don't know if I may restart it. But I have a habit of restarting games and playing a bit of them and then not completing them. So yeah, that's a bit of a bad habit that I've picked up in recent years. I used to play games a lot, but I don't play them as much as I used to. And I do want to play them a bit more. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to this or not because I did get stuck on it. But yes, I have this one and I was enjoying it. Then I have Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I spoke about this in one of my previous vlogs, but Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii was one of my favourite games, and I played so much of it and I loved it so much. It's a JRPG, so you have like battles and a really lovely story, and it just really engaged me and I fell in love with the characters and I loved the story in the first one. So in this one we follow people who live on these titans, which are these like big creatures that fly in the air because people were thrown out of Elysium, which is the world's tree, and that's where people used to live, but they can't live there now. And Rex, our main character, salvages things for a living, and then he is asked to go on this job, and he meets someone and you end up with a team, and there's friendship and there's battles, and I'm not too far into it. I restarted it again recently, so hopefully I will be able to complete this because I did really love the first one and I need to play some more of this. And then I have Animal Crossing New Horizons, which I've played loads of, and I did restart it in one of my recent vlogs, but I haven't actually played much of it since I restarted it. So I may go back to this and do a bit more, but I think I'm just going to do it casually whenever I want to. So those are all of my Switch games. So all of these, and I also have Stardew Valley on my Switch, so that's also a great game. Would really recommend that. So those are my Switch games, and I thought I would talk about a few other games whilst I'm here. So these are 3DS and DS games that I would like to complete, but the first one is one that I'm thinking about replaying, and that is Fantasy Life. And this is one of my favourite games ever. I love it so much. So in this one, there are a bunch of different jobs, and you're this character who has your own little room in this house, and you can change jobs and learn new skills, and there are battles, and when you defeat certain monsters you get like a bounty, and it's this little box that follows you around and you have to take it to the post office, but if it gets destroyed then you lose it. And there's also a wider story at play. There's something to do with dragons, there's a mysterious stranger, and yes, it is amazing. So I kind of want to restart it again, or maybe see where I got to in the game and maybe play some more of it, because I just love this game and I do think about it often and it's just beautiful. So I would highly recommend this if you can get a copy of it. Then we have the games that I would like to complete. So I have The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and I actually got stuck on this. So I restarted it recently and I did quite a bit, but I actually got stuck and I need to look up how to get past the bit I'm stuck on. I did try, but I just couldn't find out how to get through it. So I might have another look, but again, I'm not sure if I do want to pick this up again or not. So let me know if you played this one. Then we have Yokai Watch, which is really cool. So this is a bit like Pokemon, and you follow a character who can summon like different monsters with this watch, and there are battles and there's a little story. And yes, I think it's definitely good for a younger audience, but I do want to play some more of this because it is quite cute. Then I have a couple of Fire Emblem games. So I have Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valencia, and I have Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. So the story I have with Fire Emblem is I played Fire Emblem Awakening and absolutely adored it. It's one of my favourite ever games. I love it so much. And I decided to pick up the other games, but I haven't completed them. So this is an issue I've had like in the last few years, where I just don't seem to complete as many games anymore. So I really do want to play more of these, and I do keep restarting games, which I shouldn't really do. But yes, so in these games you have main characters and there's this big story at play, and it's like a tactical game. So you play on like a battlefield and you move all your characters around, and you have to be really strategic how you do it. And there's always a lovely story and like relationships between the team members, and like they can get married as well. And it's just so great. I love these games. So I do want to play more of these. And the last game is actually a DS game, and this is one I picked up used quite a while ago, but I just haven't played it. So this is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. So I had Mario and Luigi Dream Team Bros, and I played quite a bit of that and I really enjoyed it, but I never ended up picking this one up. So I do want to try it and see if I am still interested in playing this series. So yes, that's another one. And one of the other games on my radar is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Again, a game I never completed. I did play quite a bit of it, and I don't know why I didn't complete it. I think maybe things were going on and I just stopped playing it. I don't know. But I do want to pick this up again. This is about a boy who goes into this magical world, and this is his friend who helps him. And he learns spells, and there are battles, and he battles with these little creatures, and it's really cute. And there's like this larger story at play, and whatever happens to one character in like one of the worlds affects the character in the other world. So each person has a counterpart in this magical world, and he's on a quest to save his mother. So this is really cool, and I do want to play some more of it. So these are the main games that I do want to complete or replay. Let me know if you've played any of these games, and if so, what you thought of them, or if you're interested in playing any of them. And the only other games that I have that I don't have here is Planet Zoo on PC, which is amazing. If you ever played Zoo Tycoon, you would probably really love Planet Zoo. So you make exhibits, and the thing with it though is that you have to be really careful with money, because you make these exhibits and you get these different animals, and then suddenly you don't have enough money and you have to keep getting loans, but then that doesn't work and you can't expand. And in each level there's like different objectives to reach in the different zoos. So it's really fun, and I do want to play some more of that. And then I have a couple of like little games on PC like Terraria that I want to play. So yeah, so I used to play 3DS a lot, so I do have quite a few 3DS games. But yes, these are the ones that I just, for one reason or another, never completed. So please don't judge me for that. I know it's not the best, but yeah. I know I also have Lego Marvel Avengers, but someone else is borrowing that at the moment. So that's one that I was playing and I was enjoying it, but I got stuck on it and I just couldn't work out how to get through it. Like sometimes, do you ever find that there's glitches in the Lego games and then you're stuck? I don't know. If you've played a Lego game, let me know. But anyway, sorry for the big detour. But yes, tonight I'm going to read Priory of the Orange Tree, and I think play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and just watch some stuff. There's a couple of YouTube videos I want to watch and do some French as well. So I managed to revise a bit of French last night and to learn a few new verbs. So that was good, and I need to revise some other words that I've been learning as well, because I keep forgetting to do that. But yes, so I hope you're all doing well, and I will check in later. It is Thursday, so I just made some curry with a different recipe that I like, and it has coconut milk in and different spices, and it's really lovely and it was delicious. So I just had that, and yesterday I listened to about an hour of the audiobook for the Priory of the Orange Tree, and I'm now on page 123. I'm finding this book really interesting so far. So it's definitely, like I said before, it feels like a mix between Game of Thrones and a period drama. The writing is very dry and complex, in depth, but the story at its heart is actually quite interesting. So seeing the mystery of this maid, there's so many questions, and the Priory of the Orange Tree has actually been mentioned. There's been a hint about it, but there's so many things that we don't know. There's been mentions of alchemy and magic, which is so cool. So I just feel like there's a lot we're waiting to find out, and it centers a lot on this monarchy and this queen, and she seems quite suspicious. So I'm interested to see what happens next. And yes, I feel like some of this I'm not actually picking up as I'm listening to the audiobook, and it's so in depth. I feel like this is a book where if you listen to the audiobook, you don't feel like you've picked everything up. And I feel like it's a book where you could read it a second time to like grasp everything. And I'm really happy with my progress I've been making in this 800-page book at the moment. I'm really glad that I picked it up and that I decided to go with the audiobook route, and I would highly recommend listening to more audiobooks if you would like to read more. They're just so helpful. Like if you're tired or you need to do other things, it's a really useful way to get some reading done. And if you listen to half an hour or an hour of it, that's so many pages that you've got through. So I just find it so helpful, and if you have problems with focusing when you're reading physically, this may be a good idea. So I would highly recommend audiobooks. And I'll just shout out again that I have a referral link for Scribd, which is where you can get audiobooks and ebooks, and you can get a free 60-day trial, and then after that it's $9.99 a month, but you can access as many ebooks and audiobooks as you'd like. Some people have said that it limits you after about 3 audiobooks a month, but that hasn't happened to me before. But I still think it's worth it, because with other services you pay a bit less than that and you only get 1 book. but with Scribd you can access loads of books, and there's ebooks and audiobooks, there's popular books and older books, and there's lesser known ones as well. And I think it's a great way to find some different books. I've found so many different fantasies on there that I haven't heard of before that I want to read. So I find it to be a really exciting service, and I would highly recommend checking that out if you want to read more audiobooks or ebooks or both. This audiobook is actually through Audible, so I will link the link down below for this, but I do quite like the audiobook for this, and yes, I'm enjoying this book. At first I did find it a bit difficult because it's so in depth and the writing is really different and there's so much going on and there's a lot to pick up. But I am enjoying the story, and there's so many questions I have. There are so many mysteries, and I want to find out more about the dragons and the magic and everything. And also it's really interesting seeing the mention of dragons, and some of them are referring to dragons as worms. So there are some people that revere the dragons in one part of the world, and then in the other part of the world they think that these dragons are horrible. So it's really interesting seeing the differences between that. And there's also something like this evil being, and they think he's going to come back or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's so many questions, and I'm excited to read more of this. So tonight I'm going to listen to some more of my audiobook, and I might play some Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. I'm also watching some things, so I have some YouTube videos to catch up on, and I'm still watching NCIS. So yeah, and then I may do a little bit of French as well. So I'm pretty happy with my progress with French as well, but I want to make sure that I'm keeping up with learning new things and revising the old things as well. And I'm going to look for some different questions online that I can answer to check my knowledge. And also on Monday in England we have a bank holiday, so that means that some people don't have to work or study, which is really nice. So I actually have the day free, so I can actually get some more things done, which is so exciting. So over the weekend I wanted to edit my last sit down video and edit this vlog, so that's going to give me a bit more time to do it. So I only have one more sit down video to edit, and then I've edited all of them, and I will mostly just be posting vlogs after that. I may also post some recent reads videos, but I'm not sure yet. But I'm really loving making vlogs, so I think I'm mainly going to be posting them every week. And so it means that I'm only going to need to edit one vlog every weekend, which is really great. The vlogs do take me quite a while to edit, but I feel really happy with them when I've edited them and they're up there. So, and yes, I just want to make so many more vlogs. It's just something that I'm really loving, and I'm so happy that everyone is enjoying them as well. I feel so grateful for all of the support from everyone, so thank you so much. And yes, so I'm going to go and listen to some more of my audiobook and then probably watch some YouTube whilst I do some French. I'm also just really excited about the fact that I've been reading more consistently, and audiobooks have been so helpful for that. And the fact that I'm reading this massive book, I'm just so happy with myself. Like, I'm so pleased about my reading progress. Happy Friday, everyone. So yesterday I didn't end up reading too much of The Priory of the Orange Tree. So tonight I'm going to listen to a bit more of the audiobook. I still feel like I'm not picking up everything that's happening, and I get the general story, but I just feel like I'm not picking up everything. Let me know if you ever feel like that when you read a book. But I am enjoying the story in this still, and I want to find out more. So I'm going to listen to a bit more of the audiobook tonight. I'm also going to do a bit of French. I haven't done as much French as I would like this week, so I'm going to do some of that. And I'm also going to clean my little whiteboard that I have, and I want to put like some of my things that I want to do on there so that I can keep track of everything. I did start using a bullet journal, but I just keep not using it. So I just feel like I prefer having a daily to-do list. But I also want like an overall to-do list for like bigger things that I want to do. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to watch some stuff, watch some videos, and just chill and rest because I am quite tired. So yes, I'm really happy that it's Friday, and I'm excited for the weekend. Over the weekend I need to film a bit for this vlog, and I would like to edit the last sit down video I have and start filming the next vlog in the next few days as well, and start editing this vlog. So in terms of YouTube, that's what I'll be doing. And then I want to read some more of this, and I think I'm going to read some manga maybe as well. So I'm going to see, and I do want to play something. So we're going to see how it goes. Other than that, I also need to do some cleaning. So I want to have a big clean up over the weekend. So yes, I'm just hoping for a restful weekend really, and I will see what I do. But my main goal is to just rest and relax a bit. I've also joined this mindfulness course, which I'm really excited about, and I have a bit of like homework to do with it and like reading this mindfulness book. So I will talk about that later on when I read it, and I can update you and let you know how I'm finding it. I have read the book before via audiobook, but I don't remember all of it, and I have tried a bit of mindfulness in the past, but I know there's lots of different ways to go about it. So I'm really excited to try it out and see if it is something that helps me, and then I can update you on my progress if you would like. So yes, I'm just going to watch some stuff now, and then I'll listen to my audiobook, and I'm just going to see how I go and what I feel like doing. And I also want to do my workboard. So yes, I will update you later, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. And if you're in England and you possibly have Monday off, I hope you have a great long weekend. If you're working Monday, well done. I hope it went okay. Hi everyone, happy Saturday. So the other day I got some book mail and I haven't had a chance to haul it yet. So I got The Witcher Blood of Elves, and this is the first book in the Witcher series. This was kindly sent to me by Asha, so I will link her Twitter down below, and she is awesome. So thank you so much for sending me The Witcher. I'm so excited to read this. I've never played the games, but I did watch the show and I did quite enjoy it. And I've tried the audiobook for this before, but I couldn't get into it at the time, so I wanted to try reading it physically. And this cover is beautiful. The little wolf in the middle like shines. It's so cool. So, and there's a boat in the wolf. Like, that is amazing. So I'm so excited to read this, and I think I'm going to pick it up soon. So thank you so much for sending me this. And yes, there's a lot of books in this series, so hopefully I can get into it and then I have more books to read. Yes, this is a bit difficult to describe. It follows this man who kind of fights monsters, and he's called the Witcher, and that is basically it. There's some different characters in this, but I can't remember what happens in the first book. I only read a bit of it. But I think it's some small adventures that the Witcher goes on, and this is more of a like setup for the other novels, I think. So we will see, but thank you so much, Asha, for sending this to me. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to read it. Thank you. So I've decided, because I have a long weekend and I feel like I've got quite a bit of content for this vlog already, I am going to split this vlog up and have a weekly vlog and a weekend vlog as well. So I'm going to just wrap up this week, and then I'm going to start filming a weekend vlog for Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So I'm really excited about that. So for this week I tried the Bone Season and DNF'd it, and I started reading The Priory of the Orange Tree, and I got to around page 150. I feel like I still don't understand some of what's going on, so I've decided to put this down for now with the intention of picking it up again at a later date and possibly reading it physically, because I just feel like I'm not picking up a lot of what's happening. It's a very dense read and I do want to try it again, but it's just at the moment I feel like I'm just not picking up enough, and I feel like I need a bit of a break from heavy fantasy. So I think I'm going to pick this up at a later date and try it again, perhaps physically, and hopefully I can pick up more of what's going on and enjoy it more. So I think I'm definitely just going to give it at least one more go before deciding to DNF it, because it is a really beautiful book and I know a lot of people love it, and I do want to give it another go. So I will be picking it up at some other time, but for now I am going to be leaving it, which is unfortunate, but I just feel like I'm not in the right place to be reading it. I feel like I'm not picking up a lot of it, and I want to give it another go at some point. So yes, I'm putting this down for now. And this weekend I think I'm going to read some of the manga that I spoke about earlier in the vlog. So stay tuned for the weekend reading vlog if you want to check that out. I think I'm going to pick up a new audiobook and read some manga and things. And I'm also going to be playing Pokemon Snap, because my copy should be here soon. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. So that's the end of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you would like to. In the comments, let me know what you've been reading this week or what you've been up to this week, if you've read any of the books that I spoke about. And all of my links are in the description box below if you would like to check them out. And I will hopefully see you in another video soon. Bye!